Hello students, hello teacher. This is Grade 7 Mathematics lesson brought to you by Addis Ababa City Administration Education Bureau in collaboration with Addis Media Network, and I am Zuna Makonnen. Today we are going to see how to calculate profit percent and loss percent. Calculating profit and loss percent. Students, after this lesson, you are expected to calculate profit and loss percent. So, before directly proceeding to how to calculate profit and loss percentage, let's see some terminologies. The first one is cost price. Cost price. In short, symbolically, CP. Cost price is the price at which an article is purchased. So cost price is a price at which an article is purchased. Again, the second term is selling price. Selling price, in short, SP. This is the price at which an article is sold. So selling price is the price at which an article is sold. Now, third concept is how do we calculate profit? Simply, profit is the difference between selling price and cost price. So here you can calculate profit, selling price minus cost price. If the selling price is bigger than the cost price, then we will have a profit. So profit will occur when selling price is bigger than the cost price. If you sell more than the price you bought, then you'll have a profit. If selling price is bigger than the cost price, you'll have a profit, and you'll calculate the profit by taking the difference between the two, selling price minus cost price. Again, the fourth concept is this loss. If you sell an article less than the price you spend on it, you will have a loss. That means if the selling price is less than the cost price, in that case, there will be a loss. And the loss is given by this equation, cost price minus selling price. So loss occurs when the selling price is less than the cost price. So these are some of the terms that we use to calculate profit and loss percent. Now, let's see how to calculate a profit and loss percent. Profit percent. Profit percent. To calculate profit percent, what you do is simply you divide the profit amount by the original cost or cost price, and then you multiply this by 100% to convert it into percent. Therefore, profit is given by this equation. Profit divided by cost price times 100%. In other words, or we can rewrite this in this form. Profit means simply it is the difference between selling price minus cost price divided by cost price times 100%. So this will be the formula we use to calculate the profit percent. Again, to calculate loss percent is given by this equation. To calculate the loss percent, you divide the amount of loss by its original price, or that means by its cost price, times 100%. So this is the equation to calculate loss percent. Again, we can rewrite this in this form. Loss means it is the difference between cost price minus selling price divided by cost price times 100% to convert it into percent. So this is the equation for calculating loss percent. This is it. Now, let's apply these two formulas in evaluating loss percent and profit percent. Now, let's proceed to the first example. Example 1. Example. A dealer bought an article by 25,000 birr, by 25,000 birr, and sold it by 28,000 birr. Calculate A, profit, his profit. Calculate his profit. And B, calculate his profit percent. That means the profit in terms of percent. Calculate his profit percent. His profit percent. Now, let's try this question together. Here, the dealer bought an article by 25,000 birr. It is a price at which an article is bought. Therefore, it is the original cost, or it is cost price. Therefore, here, solution, the cost price is given. The cost price is 25,000. 25,000. And sold it by 28,000 birr. So this is the price at which an article is sold. Therefore, it is the selling price. Here, the selling price is 28,000. That's it. Now, the first question is, we are asked to calculate the profit. As you can see here, he sold more than the cost. Therefore, he has a profit. And the profit is obtained by profit is equal to selling price minus the cost price. Therefore, here, selling price is how much? It is 28,000. Minus the cost price, how much it is? 25,000. Therefore, what is the difference of these two? Simply 28 minus 25 is 3. Therefore, the profit is 3,000. So he has got a profit of 3,000 birr. Now, the second question is, convert his profit in terms of percent or calculate his profit percent. Therefore, here, B, to calculate the profit percent, what you do is divide the profit by original cost. So here, the profit is this 3,000. You divide this 3,000 by the original cost is how much? It is 25,000. So divided by 25,000, and then you multiply this fraction by 100% to convert it into percent. Therefore, multiply this by 100%. So you will have this. 0 cancel out here. 1 0 by 1 0, and then divide 300 by 25. When you divide 300 by 25, you will have, let's divide it here, 300 divided by 25. 1 times 25 is this. It is 25. 30 minus 25 is this. 5, just put 0 down. 50 divided by 25 is 2. 2 times 25 is 50. Therefore, 12. Therefore, his profit percentage is 12%. That's it. Therefore, his profit percent is 12%. Now, let's proceed to the second example. Example 2. Abel bought 400 eggs. 400 eggs for birr 10 each. 20 eggs are damaged. 20 eggs are damaged, and sold the remaining, by birr 12 each. Then calculate his profit or loss. We don't know whether he have a profit or loss, so calculate his profit, maybe loss. And B, calculate his profit or loss percent. Profit or loss percent. Okay. Now, let's try this question together. Look, solution. Abel bought how many eggs? 400 eggs. What is the cost of each? The cost of each is 10 birr. That means the cost of one egg is 10 birr. Therefore, the cost of 400 eggs will be, it is the product of 410. So here, let's first put the cost price. Cost price. Cost price. Since the cost of one egg is, it is 10 birr. The cost of 400, we can just write it here. One egg costs us 10 birr. So what will be the cost of 400 eggs? Just cross multiply, you can find the cost, this value. This value is a product of the two is the cost of 400 eggs is 400 times 10. Therefore, the cost of 400 eggs here, it is 400 times 10. It is 4,000. It is 4,000 birr. Now, let's try to find the selling price. Selling price. Here, 20 eggs are damaged. So, he sold the remaining. How many eggs he has sold? He sold 400 minus 20 eggs. Therefore, here, the selling price will be, what is the selling price of one egg? It is 12 birr. Therefore, one egg here will be sold by 12 birr. And how many eggs he has sold? 400 minus 20, because 20 are damaged. Therefore, 380 eggs will be sold by how much? Therefore, here, to find this one, you take the product of the two. 380 times 12. Okay, let's multiply it here. 380 times 12, the product. So here, this one is 0. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1, 7. And 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. Add this one, you have 0, 6. 7 plus 8 is 15. 1 plus 3 is 4. Therefore, the selling price it is 4,560 birr. This is the selling price. Now, does Abel has a loss or a profit? Good. Abel has a profit, as you can see here. He sold more than the cost. Therefore, he has a profit. So, let's find his profit. Profit is given by his selling price minus cost price. Therefore, the selling price here it is 4,560 minus cost price 4,000. Okay? So, what's the difference? It is simply 560. Therefore, his profit is 560 birr. Now, let's convert this into percent. How do we calculate profit percent? Simply, you divide the profit by the original cost. Therefore, here, profit percent is equal to this profit divided by the cost price, and then you multiply this by 100% to convert it into percent. Therefore, this is equal to, the profit is this 560 divided by the cost price. What is the cost price? It is 4,000. The cost price, it is 4,000 times 100%. So here, you can cancel 2 zeros by 2 0, 0 by 0. You will have 56 divided by 4%. So finally, when you divide this, you will have 14. So this will be the final answer. Now, we'll proceed to the next example. Example 3. A man got a loss. A loss of 5%. A man got a loss of 5% by selling an article with 3,000 birr, with 30,000. With 30,000 birr. Then, calculate the cost of the article. Calculate the cost. The cost of the article. Calculate. Now, again, let's try this question together. Look, here, the loss percent is given. So, the loss percent is given to be 5%. The loss percent is 5%. And here says, by selling an article with 30,000. So here, the selling price also given. The selling price is this 30,000. So the question is, calculate the cost price. Calculate the cost price. So, here in this case, which one is greater? The cost price or the selling price? Here, has got a loss. So, because of that, the cost, he has sold less than the cost. So, the selling price is smaller or the cost price is bigger since he has a loss. Therefore, here, to calculate the loss percent, we use the equation. Loss percent is given by loss. That means it is cost price minus selling price divided by the cost price. This is the equation to calculate loss percent. So here, we don't know the cost price. Let's use a variable x. And let's try to find this. So, loss percent is 5% is given here. No need of multiplying by 100% here because we are not changing this one into percent. Since the loss percent is given, don't use 100% here. So 5% is equal to the cost price we assume to be x minus the selling price is how much? It is 30,000. 30,000 divided by the cost price we assume to be x. So we try to find this variable. So 5% when you convert this into fraction form, it means 5 out of 100. Therefore, this is written as 5 over 100 is equal to x minus 3000 divided by x. Now, let's apply cross multiplication. So here, 5 times x it is. 5x is equal to 100 multiplies both. 100 times x minus this one, 30,000. So, here, this becomes 5x is equal to 100 times x, it is 100x, minus the product of the two will be 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 0, 3 million becomes. That's it. Now, to calculate this, just shift 3000 to the left and 5x to the other side. So you will have this one. 3 million is equal to, here it is 100x minus 5x. This is it. So, to find this, the difference of these two it is 95x, and this one it is 3 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 million. So to divide this, to find x, divide both sides by 95 by 95. Finally, you have this one. X is equal to 3 million divided by 95. This will be the answer. Please, students, just divide this 3 million by 95 in your home. But I'll leave the answer in this form. So the cost price is nearly, it is this one. It is 3 million divided by 95 will be the cost price of this article. So I'll proceed to the next example. Example 4. A man gained 20% by selling an article, an article with 12,000 birr. The question is, what will be the cost price? Calculate the cost price. Please, students, try this question. I'll give you 1 minute for this. students, have you tried the question? Very nice. Now we'll see the answer together. Here, among 20%. So his profit percent is given here. Profit percent is given. The profit percent is this 20%. By selling an article again, the selling price is given. The selling price is this 12,000. 12,000. The question is calculate the cost price. Here, the cost price is not now. Let's assume to be X, and we'll try to find this. In this case, which one is bigger, the selling price or the cost price? Good. Since he has a profit, he sold more than the cost. So, selling price is bigger. Therefore, here to calculate the profit percent, we use this equation. Profit percent is equal to profit divided by cost price times 100%. But in this case, since profit percent is given, no need of multiplying the given formula by 100%. Therefore, here, profit percent is this 20%. 20% is equal to profit means since selling price bigger, profit is the difference between selling price and cost price. Therefore, here, selling price minus cost price over cost price. This is the equation. So, 20% in fraction form, 20 over 100. This will be equal to selling price is this 12,000 minus, we don't know this cost price, and divided by cost price. So let's simplify this expression. You can cancel 0 by 0. This is by 2, 1. This by 2, 5. And then let's apply cross multiplication. X times 1 is it is X, and 5 times this one, 12,000 minus X. So this is equal to, X equal to 5 times 12 is 60. Therefore, you have 60,000 minus 5 times X is 5X. And then take 5X to this side. You'll have X plus 5X is equal to 60,000. And then you have this 6X is equal to 60,000, and divide both sides by 6. So this implies X is equal to, this cancel out, X equal to 60 divided by 6 is this 10,000 will be the final answer. So here the cost price is this, it is 10,000. That's it. So this is all about today's lesson, and I'll give you an exercise for you to try it at home. Exercise. One, a dealer bought a smartphone. A smartphone by bear 30,000 and sold it by 33,000. Then calculate A, his profit, be his profit percent. So, the second question. A man gained 30% by selling an article. By selling an article by Westberg $18,000. Calculate the cost price. Calculate the cost price. So this is all about today's lesson. Please copy the questions. I'll give you 1 minute. Try it at home. Until next lesson, goodbye.